Hey, it's UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Thanks for joining me. We still have an hour left in the trading session, and yet I'm here giving you a market update. I think a lot of the money was already made today, at least by me. I was selling my calls just after the spike at the open. I was more than comfortable locking into my gains after the fabulous run we've had the last couple days. Great bounce. Whether it's sustainable or not, I'll let you know later on in a new update I have later on tonight. But look at this move we've had. Let me just take this out. We broke trend line support today. Let me just get that line out of the way. Trying to make it as clear for you as possible. We've had the nice move on Tuesday off the lows, like we had with LVS from $41 to $48. Just an amazing move. Let's go to LVS. Let me just show you exactly the potential gains you can have in this market. Wild, spectacular, stunning. I can give as many adjectives as I can, but if you're not in it, then hey, you're not making the money. Go to LVS and just say, hey, we'll go to the $46 calls. And the low was 13 cents on Tuesday. Look at this, 13 cents. We hit $2.40 today. So that's 130 into $2,400. Had you played to perfection, which is not easy to do. That's hypothetical. The point being, I was pointing out in my chat room, this $46 line. If you watch my videos, this is the magnet. I was saying if you're a profitable option trader, you're a chick magnet. And if you're a $46 support line here, trend line, resistance line, you're a stock magnet. Some of you might recall that, I don't know, from my video recently. Point being, $46 is the number on LVS. We had to spike higher over 48.50. It's just an amazing run from 41.25. Gosh, golly. And that's what option trading is all about. Catching the bottoms, selling the tops, which is what I was doing today. Even in silver, I brought up silver recently in a blog post. I thought silver was going to head higher on QE, LTRO, and now it's China concerns. Whatever's going to inflate these asset prices higher. And right now, silver is down over 2.5%. And luckily for me, I was out. I was thinking it was going to go over 30. I liked the nice move today, and I sold everything. Hand over fist, because I figured at least to lock in profits, which if you're not doing that in this market, then you're just crazy. And now let's go to SINA. SINA was an OptionMillionaires.com alert on Tuesday, right down here. The SINA $55 calls for 34 cents. They dropped down to 20 cents. And ultimately today hit $1.90. 34 cents into $1.90. That's in a couple days. That's a pretty good alert, if you ask me. I don't know what more you could ask for. Maybe we can ask for SINA to go to the moon. But NASA isn't launching any spaceships lately. So we'll take 34 cents into $1.90. Not so bad. That's perfection. Now, if you traded it, say, later on, you could have actually got in at a cheaper price. I alerted these again. I didn't alert them, but people were asking in the chat room. I was live on audio saying, "What would you be doing now?" What I want, people are always looking to make money. They were saying, "Oh, what could I get into? What should I be trading?" And I told them, right now I'm in cash. But if somebody took a gun, put it to my head, and said, "What would you buy?" I said, "I'd buy the $55 SINA calls." They were at 45 cents. And right now, let's see, they are at, oh my goodness, 84 cents. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I should have a gun put to my head more often. Fortunately, I have a wife, so that might happen a little more frequently than for those single folk out there. I shouldn't be laughing about that. Yes, so SINA, great alert. I was saying I like the Chinese ADRs. I like the Baidu. 125 calls. If I had to buy something, that would be it. I think it was at 123 when I was in the chat room on live audio. And look at it, 123.48. Well off its lows. And I believe the 125s were 20 cents. And I was like, I'd rather play the 57.50s for SINA. And right now they're come on, Baidu. There you go. They were 32 by 35 last 36. So if you were in my chat room today at OptionMillionaires.com and you played both of these stocks, this was merely an hour and 15 minutes ago. Actually, the recording is archived. You can listen to it. So you can see if I was telling the truth or not, which really doesn't matter to me. The point being, There's so much money to be made here. But the SINA calls are up well over 50% from when I mentioned them. And the Baidu as well, 50%. Anyway, just wanted to point that out. Now let's go to the SPY. I was pointing these out on Monday, my market update, when the stock market just closed pretty much where it started, and we had everything just red. But I wanted to point out some spectacular moves we had recently in the SPY 132 and 131 strike price. The 132s were as low as 8 cents. Amazing, isn't it? Actually lower than that, I'm sorry. 6 cents. So you could have bought, say, 10 calls for 6 cents. That's $60. And those, that was the 132. Sorry, gosh, I messed up here. The 132s went from 6 cents to $1.77 in 2 days. That's $60 into $1,770. The 131s went from 16 cents to $1.44 yesterday and $2.67. Well, you know what's on my mind. Cents today. That's 160 into $2,670. Amazing. Just amazing moves. So we had our alert this week. We had a great alert last week with Apple. We had the Apple calls at 68 cents. They went to $13.20. So that's 680 into $13,200. That's not bad, huh? And that's verified. That's, we're not talking out of our hind legs, our rear ends. And we had today, SINA ultimately reaching 190 on those $55 calls we alerted at 34 cents. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's our only text alert this week. And I am sitting in cash right now, but I will be dabbling. We'll see. Options for the weekly options expire tomorrow as far as trading wise. So I'll be getting into some with just a little bit amount of cash, and I will be posting in the chat room. It was a great day. U.S. Steel. Let's just go through a couple that I pointed out. I had an update the other night with some option ideas. I had the U.S. Steel $19 calls. I got those at 53 cents. I got out of those today at a very nice price. They ultimately hit a high of $2.02. So if I played that to perfection, I'm looking at $424 into $2,000. But that wasn't all the calls I bought. I bought a lot more, and I also alerted a couple more. Let's go to the USO. USO dipped today. Ultimately, popped higher at the open. And look, it's down over 1%. But we had the $32 calls for 31 cents, and they went to 89 cents. So it's more than a double. Right now, they're at 15 cents. So once again, got to be selling the rips, buying the dips. And we bought the dip early this week, and we made out like bandits. Bandits! Listen, I'm going to give myself a round of applause. I don't know about you. Maybe you bought the puts, and you could have bought the puts later on today and sold the fade, which we are ultimately getting now. And I was pointing out to my chat members. I'll do it in an update tonight, maybe if you're lucky. But I was pointing out what I think is going to happen going down the road here, and what I would like to see happen. And it involves a little bit of a fade. Let's go to Goldman Sachs and Google. Let's do Google here. Google, I pointed out these 590 calls at 70 cents. Now they're at 40 cents now, but they went to 275 today. Not bad. Apple. And in my video, I actually pointed out the SINA $55 calls at 27 cents. It was a couple days ago, so not bad. I was pointing out the 580 calls. They went to 272. Yesterday it went to 261. So some great trades out there. Absolutely. And I was pointing out in my update, RIG. RIG, if you follow me, I was in RIG at the $41 calls, 59 cents. Today, they went to $2.26. Some of the profits I was talking about locking in. So, needless to say, what a great option trading day today and yesterday. The Chinese ADRs are falling a little bit, as is the market in general, or fading. This is what I would like to see. Let me put my drawings up here real quick. We're just about to pierce my 100-day moving average. And ultimately, if we break through that, right now it's going to act as support. We're at 132.50. I am just so happy I'm in cash because I am not 100% comfortable trading right now, which is what you have to do when you're trading stock options. Look at that plunge. were rolling over, undoubtedly. And I wasn't positioned for it. And I'm happy I wasn't because I'm in cash. Cash is just as much of a position as buying puts or calls. And sometimes the best trade you can make is no trade at all. Now we're one day from weekly option expiration, and those are the options I like trading, the weekly ones. So, since I don't see anything I like, I might sit on my hands. And I was thinking maybe at the end of the day I might dabble into something just for a couple $100 at the most. So, tonight, 7 p.m., Mikey has a great class on charts. Gonna tune in. Hope you come by too, as well. I'm gonna have a class this week. We had a great class last night from Jimmy Bob. At optionmillionaires.com, stock options are definitely the place to be. Take care. Have yourselves a good afternoon. I'll have some option trades for tomorrow soon. Goodbye.